fire, a wonderful gift from the gods, a wonderful gift for us, an element that brings forth so much truth and knowledge. When we light the wick, we are transferring that energy from one place to another, guys. This video is going to be talking about the flame and how spirit can communicate with us through fire, through the flame. Candle work, firework, whatever way you want to use it. Fire is our friend and our foe. It's our life and our demise. It can be both good and bad. But through everything, when spirit want to communicate with you, doing your rituals, doing your spell work, it is good to know what each type of flame represents. Now there are so many different ways of looking at flame work. A lot of it is intuition, guys. Now you all know from my videos I love to hold a flame in my hands, and even though I'm a Taurus, I just love fire. I love fire, but in a safe way. When I see light, it makes me feel safe, nurtured, and within the sight of the gods. When I light a flame on my altar or for my spell work, I know I'm in the presence of my magic, of my gods and goddesses. It is a power within that flame that talks to us. And that's what I want to talk about today, guys. Now, welcome back to my videos, all my new subscribers and those that are really always here. You don't know how much that actually means to me. And for those that have been helping me through the crisis I'm going through at the moment, I really do thank you from the bottom of my heart. So, let's get into it. The dancing flame, guys, it means it's going all over the place. It's got so much power. Now that can be a hindrance or it can be a positive thing. Only you will know when you're doing your spell work or your ritual. If it's doing all this, it could be chaotic or it could be really good. So watch if it's going upwards and out. That would be chaotic and maybe not a good idea to carry out what you're doing, because it could go terribly wrong. But if it's shorter and spurting out, it's containable. You can enhance that power and bring it into your spell, and it should be good. So be very aware of what your flames are doing. And it might not be all the flames on all your candles. The other ones might be completely still. But these are what Spirit give us to let us know whether we should continue or not in our witchcraft. So a jumping candle flame, now that is when it is erratic and it's jumping. You might think, wow, when you look at something like that, guys, but it can be unpredictable, because if you're jumping around you can't be stable. So be very careful if your flame is jumping and it's going absolutely mental. You need to be careful with what it is you're doing. If it's jumping around and you do a spell, it could end up anywhere. You need it to be precise. If it's a ritual, it could be that you're okay because you will have a circle around you or you will have your protection up. But it could still make whatever you're doing go a little bit chaotic because it's unpredictable. So be aware if it is really dancing, if it's really jumping up and down. Be just cautious in what you're doing. Okay, guys, now we've got quite a few to go through, so I will not spend too much time on each one, but I'm just going to give you the outlines of how you should read it, and then let your intuition come through when you're working with them. So the flickering candle, now it could be flickering to the sides, to the back, to the front, or up, and each side is to do with the directions. So you've got north, east, south and west, and each one could have an interpretation that's quite simple to remember. North, and just think stability, means that you have made a physical connection. South means that energy is still very much around you. East, think of air, think of your thoughts, means that it has made a mental connection to your spell or what you're doing. And of course, west would mean the emotional part of your spell is in fact made a real contribution. So if you can remember those 4 parts and just realise what each one signifies normally, you'll be able to understand. So it's flickering one way or the other, you know. So if it flickers one way and then the other way and then the other way and then the other way, you know that the whole lot has taken place and it's been a success. Guys, now if you get a crackling flame, it could be that you yourself have an issue going on with some form of communication, and because you're in communication with spirit, they could be actually trying to assess what it is and not coming to a conclusion themselves. So you would need to think about what it is you're doing. Could be you're doing a spell to do something to alter a situation, which you might need to actually do yourself, not through magic, not through spirit contact. So a crackling one, you will know. And it isn't negative, but it isn't positive. So you need to be balanced in everything you do. Okay guys, now if you get a steady flame, and the funny thing with this is a lot of people think if the candle flame isn't moving or is just normal, then nothing's happened. And that's so untrue, because if you have a steady flame, it means that everything in the universe is great, the spell is going great, everything is great. You have the universe at your fingertips and your feet, and it's a success. Spirit are ready to come through and aid you in what it is you want to be doing. So it's a good sign. If you have a spluttering flame or one that just goes out, don't keep trying to relight it, guys. It could mean that your energy is low, or that you need to take stock of what you're doing before you carry on, or it could mean that you've done enough, it's finished, it's done with, you don't need to carry on. So if you do get one like that, and of course obviously if it starts at the beginning, you have to look at mundane ways as well. Just look at your candles and make sure that they are viable first. When you're doing any spell work, you should always have a brand new candle, one that hasn't been used before, because you don't want the energies of what you've done before to interrupt what you're doing. So always remember, if you've lit it and it's been fine and then all of a sudden it splutters and goes out, it either means spirit cannot connect, there's not enough energy, or it's done, you don't need to do no more. A bright candle flame, an extremely over bright candle flame is a beautiful thing. But it also means that spirit want to capture your attention. They want, if you've asked them a question or something like that, they are trying to show you that they've heard and they want to answer. So it's a really good thing if you see a really bright candle flame. Sometimes we get a flame that parts and goes into the shape of a heart. Now, a lot of people think that can't happen, but I have seen that a few times, and that signifies a loving message is coming through to you from maybe someone you know that's passed on, or spirit that's showing you the abundance of the love from the universe or from wherever. But you can always take that as an example of love reaching out to you. or a person thinking about you, and spirit have picked it up and they want you to know. So if you ever see that, it is really beautiful. And when I get something like that, guys, I take a picture of it, because it's not something that you will see very often, and if you do, you're very lucky. Now the jewel flame is a really special one, and it's where it actually goes into 2 proper flames. Now it could mean that spirit are divided on what you're doing, you are divided on what you're doing, or you're working with another witch or somebody who does magic, and you're working on the same thing, and so 2 energies are working together, and that it signifies that it is actually working. That is a really great one to get, guys. If you're working on your own and you get that, it means you've got 2 types of power are coming in, maybe yours or someone else's. A smoking flame, guys, can be a bit negative. If it's a black smoke, it's definitely a negative energy. It may be the way you're looking at something to do something that's not quite right. If that's the case, guys, then you mustn't carry it on. If it's a white smoke, then it's a positive thing, and it could mean that you're on the right tracks with your thoughts, but be careful in what you do. So either way you get smoke, it is definitely somebody saying, halt what you're doing, think about what you're doing, and when you've come to the right choice, start again. But really, if it's a black smoke, it is very negative. Also a sign of very bad luck. Or it could be that somebody has put something on you. Be aware of these subtle changes in your flames, guys. Now if you get a blue flame, that's really beautiful, then you know that you have an entity, a spirit, a god, goddess, whatever is really close to you, because blue universally means spirit. It means you're open to the energy of all the spirits. So it could be a fairy even. Something unusual is occurring around you, and that is showing you that they don't mean you any harm, but they are there very strongly. Okay, so if you get a red or yellow flame, now I know you normally get yellow in a normal flame, guys, I know that, but you will know the difference. It will come through really very yellow or very red, and you can sometimes get both. Now red represents anger, but also love. It's an emotional thing. With the yellow, it's the mundane, it's the earth energy, and also air. So if you can see that that is happening, it means that there's so much emotion involved in what you're doing. It could be good emotion or bad emotion, so not a good idea to carry on. It's all warnings. These things are set here to guide us spiritually, and they're lessons to be learned. If we learn what we're doing, guys, it makes us better at what we're doing, and also gives us a guideline as to when we should do something or when we should not do something. So this is a good thing to learn. If your candlelight burns very white, you are very, very privileged, because that means you have the purity and the enhancement of the pure energy of the universe, from the angels to the fairies to whatever. Spirit is on your side, and they're going to bless you with what you have asked for, but also give you a wonderful feeling of peace and purity. You will feel great. Okay guys, now, and it is possible to get this, if you see black in your flame, put it out immediately. It is either a negative evil spirit, or it is negative energy aimed straight at you. It could be that what it is you're intending to do has been taken by another energy, which doesn't mean to do you any good. So if you see this, you need to put the candle out, snuff it out, and then do a cleansing around where you've been working and around yourself. Even if you've put a circle up, sometimes energies can get in through things like candles. It's a portal, guys, so be very careful. But if you do see a black flame, you might be enticed by it because it looks so unusual. If you get a candle and it's brilliant to watch and it elongates really high and really powerful, you are blessed. It is a wonderful thing. It means that you are doing the right thing, that you're spiritually enhanced, that everyone is working towards the same goal. It is positive and very energetic, and you will feel good in your spirit while you are dealing with this flame. It will make you feel good. It's a great one to get, and it's fun to watch as it gets longer and longer and longer. One thing I would like to say is always take in your environment before you start. Have you got a window open? Have you got a fan on? Because obviously these things will make a draft. And even though we might forget, like we're human, you can't take those things of the candle doing these things if it's from a draft. Sometimes I've seen candle do miraculous things and then realised afterwards that there was a door open and there was a window open in the other room. So it's wise to just check before doing anything that you want to do. Guys, now before you even start with any of this, you have to set your intention. Picking the right colour candle for what you want to do, to placing it in the right space, getting that intention in your mind set so that when you look into your candle and do what it is you want to do, you can't go wrong. When using a candle, just one candle, and lighting it to get an answer to something, you need to meditate upon the flame. You need to set that question, sending it to spirit world or deity or whoever it is you want to talk to, and then meditate on that flame and allow yourself to be absorbed into that flame, and then you will get your answer. You will get your sign via the flame doing what it will do, and that is all there is to it. Also, guys, do not have a long wick. It's the worst thing, and that will possibly, if you have a long wick, it could produce black smoke. So we don't want to do that. So 1/4 of an inch. If it's too long, snip it down to about 1/4 of an inch. That way you know it's proper. And while the candle is burning, try not to be swayed by what's going on around you. Just keep on that meditation and make it simple. Do not make it complex, because that will be harder to concentrate on. So if it's something, for example, with love, just think of that feeling of love and the person that you want it to be, and just see their face in the flame and feel that feeling of love. It is simple, and keep that going for as long as you need to. And then if you need to put the candle flame out, snuff it out with your fingers or use a candle snuffer, because that's how I was taught and that's what I'm passing on to you. So that's it, guys. Just a quick one. I just wanted to show you how I perceive the different flames, how it helps in your work, and it's great to know these things. I think I'm really grateful to all of you out there that have helped to support this channel and myself. It's been a journey so far, and I'm hoping this journey will continue, because I love to make content for all of you. Thank you for the well wishes. Hope you're all well, and I hope you have a lovely weekend. So wherever you are, whatever time of day, night or evening it may be, I wish you the best ever. House of the Land.